Vijay Mallya, the embattled Indian businessman, was recently spotted getting heckled and booed at cricket stadiums across England, where he was busy watching India's World Cup cricket matches. And today, his case comes up for hearing at a London court. He is now seeking permission to appeal against the order to extradite him to India, which was signed off by UK's Home Secretary Sajid Javid. Vijay Mallya's case will be heard by a two-judge bench of the Administrative Court Division of the Royal Courts of Justice. This application was filed in the month of April. The day-long hearing is going to be a head-to-head between Mallya's legal team and the Crown Prosecution Service arguing on behalf of the Indian government, where the pros and cons of sending Mallya to India will be weighed upon. But we do understand that the judgment will most likely be reserved for today, with the final ruling only expected to arrive in the coming weeks. If Vijay Mallya loses this case, then he needs to be extradited to India within 28 days. If he wins this case, then he gets a chance to appeal against his extradition order. The case will then proceed to a full hearing stage at the UK High Court. Now the question is whether Vijay Mallya can go to the Supreme Court of the United Kingdom or not. If his appeal is accepted by the High Court, then what are India's options? The answer is yes, both Mallya and India can appeal at the Supreme Court if the High Court's decision goes against them. It will take a few months to get the case in front of the Supreme Court of the United Kingdom, and after that it can take another 2 to 6 months to get a ruling. So it could take anywhere between 4 months to more than a year for a final decision on getting Mallya to India. Now the case comes up for hearing at the High Court in London at 10:30 a.m. London time, local time. That's about 3 p.m. India time. Our London Bureau Chief, Mandy Clark, now joins us on the broadcast live. Mandy, we're minutes away from the hearing beginning, and it's an extremely crucial juncture in this long and winding extradition saga of Vijay Mallya.
It's an incredibly important day for Vijay Mallya. Today we're going to find out whether his appeal here at the appeals court, at the Royal Courts of Justice, will go ahead or not. If they decided to allow it, then there'll be a full appeal hearing where both sides present it. If not, his only other option is to go to the Supreme Court. Of course, that might not be a good idea, or might not be allowed, because the Supreme Court has to be influenced whether there is enough public right to know, if this is worthy of public discourse. So it might be rejected there. If so, if it gets rejected here, then he is expected in 28 days if he doesn't try and appeal the Supreme Court route. So very, very important day. His son was here, his girlfriend, they're all out to support him. Of course, we will have to see what the decision will be.
Right, and of course, it's never good to second-guess a court before it begins its hearing. We do know that judgment is most likely reserved today, but which side do you think the pendulum is swinging?
It's very difficult, and many of these appeal court judges are very senior, so, it's really going to be evidence-based. If they do believe that what the judge will be really looking for, if there is a decision that was procedurally wrong, if there's a technical reason that the lower courts might have got it wrong. So this is more a technical appeal, but we'll have to see if both sides presented a strong enough case. Really, it's going to be a glance over. If the judge does believe that there is merit, then we're going to see that much fuller presentation in the appeals court. So it's decision day here in London.
Decision day here in London is the word coming in from our London Bureau Chief, Mandy Clark. Mandy, all the best with the hearing. We will hear from you after the court begins hearing and, in fact, finishes hearing of the Vijay Mallya case. So Vijay Mallya's fate hangs on technicalities at this point in time.